Okay then, hello there everybody and welcome to Future Kenoy. I probably said his name wrong. Who knows? But I think he's gonna be making a cookie. My bad, I hit my mic.
So I'm one of those people who believe that when it comes to recipe videos, the more views equals better quality. If we want to make the best chocolate chip cookie
I don't
ever,
think
we
that's
gotta
true.
first type it into the YouTube search bar and then filter it by view count. And this is the first video that came up, and just by watching this trailer, I know that's something I don't want to click on. The second and the third most
I feel
viewed
it.
videos are both from Tasty, and they turn out to be the same recipe. So with a combined view count of 67 million, we have to make this 2-day chocolate chip cookie recipe.
Damn.
Let's get started.
2 days.
This is the 2
Is he gonna
day
actually
cookie.
take
So the
2
first
days?
thing we're
Is he
gonna
gonna
do,
actually take 2
we're gonna
days?
make some toffee. A lot of butter into this pan.
6 tablespoons of butter into the pan.
Light brown sugar and a good amount of salt.
3/4 of a cup of light brown sugar and a teaspoon of salt.
Important that you stir pretty constantly throughout the process.
So we'll put the pan on medium heat and start stirring constantly.
The butter and the sugar are coming together pretty nicely.
Butter and sugar are coming together nicely.
Beautiful dark golden brown ribbons.
It's actually
happening
crazy
right
how
now.
easy you can make
Beautiful
candy.
golden brown ribbons happening right now. Look at this flip.
Didn't say it was gonna be good candy.
That's
Yep.
at 290, so that means this is ready to come out.
Once it reaches 290, it's ready to come out.
Got a nice tray with parchment paper for the landing.
A nice tray with parchment paper for landing.
It's probably one of my favorite parts.
Bruh. Move. Please and thank you.
Ooh. Oh, I love it.
Alright, I'm gonna make the same sounds.
Why the thing oily?
Ooh,
Ew.
what the hell?
Ew.
I guess the oil from the butter got separated, and it's starting to look like the combination of number 1 and number 2. Normally I just
That's
carry
disgusting.
on, but this looks so bad. I'm gonna
Yeah.
redo it. Starting with 3/4 of a cup of brown sugar, and then 6 tablespoons of butter, which I cut into cubes for better melting, and a teaspoon of salt. I'm gonna stir it like my life depends on it, as I trained my left hand in repetitive motion since I
Bruh.
was 14 years old. And this is what the final product looked like. Something about it still seemed a little sus, but at
Ew.
least it's better than the previous attempt. We'll put it in the freezer for about an hour.
All right, while the toffee cools, we're gonna make some brown butter. The first thing you start with is a lot of butter.
They gave the recipe in the description, and it said 2 sticks of butter, which is a
Damn.
And
block.
that leaves the milk solids behind.
That's a lot of butter.
Brown, and that is because of something amazing called the Maillard reaction.
So what is a Maillard reaction?
We don't know what the Maillard reaction is. I don't know exactly either, but
It's a chemical reaction that occurs in between the amino acids in protein when exposed to heat. It's responsible for the browning and flavor development in a variety of cooked foods,
Thank you
including but not
for letting me
limited
know.
to bread, roasted coffee, and grilled meats. In this particular case, since our butter is composed of water, whey protein solids, and fat, the continuous heating will evaporate the water, leaving the whey protein solids to be cooked by fat while gaining deeper color and flavor. So to summarize it,
when making brown butter, the water kind of melts off and evaporates.
when browning butter, you have to make sure you're stirring constantly, otherwise this will happen.
Pops.
You want to go really slow and add 1 ice cube in at a time.
After the butter gets nice and brown like this, we're gonna put some ice cubes into it to add back the moisture. And here's what it sounds like. It's kind of interesting.
It sounds like if you drop the bottle, a drip of water in.
All right, dude. We're gonna set you
Oil.
aside, but you smell great.
That's what every sports team coach said to me when I was in middle school.
Why the bottom look like that thing?
dark brown sugar,
For our dry ingredients, a cup and a half of light brown sugar,
good old white sugar,
3/4 of a cup of old white sugar,
a lot
That's
of
a
salt
lot of
actually.
sugar.
I think that's one of the secrets.
2 teaspoons of salt,
Baking soda
a key bump of baking soda,
and some espresso powder. I think espresso powder helps knock back any of that fat or that sugar that might be a little too much.
We'll harness the power of espresso powder to turn this clump of sugar and butter into a healthy snack. I've never seen
healthy
espresso
now.
powder before, and this is the closest thing I could find at Target.
The star ingredient of the show, the brown butter.
And now we add in our brown butter.
Whee!
Ooh.
It doesn't look the
This is
same.
going to be pretty dark compared to the other ones that we've done before.
Like many other things, I do prefer a darker batter for the bigger and better experience.
4 eggs go in.
No,
A
they take
1,
that.
2, 3, and a 4.
So he just used 4 whole eggs here, but in the description they said you only need 2 eggs. So I'm gonna do somewhere in the middle. 2 whole eggs and 2 egg yolks.
A lot of good vanilla.
And a lot of good vanilla.
You really want to beat it until smooth, dissolved mixture of almost like a ribbon-like consistency.
You want to beat everything together till it looks like a really thick jam or syrup.
Yeah, I don't like that.
It's gonna be a good cookie.
I'm taking a break from consuming questionable ingredients because I haven't been feeling so well since I ate mold a little while ago.
All right, dub in the flour. Slowly incorporate to these beautiful ribbons of this butter and sugar mix.
So we're going in with 2 cups and a quarter of all-purpose flour. It's gonna take a while to beat the flour into the batter, so as always, I will beat it on the couch.
Nope, this is not what you think it is. It's actually a clam. While it looks weird, this is one of the longest living animals in the entire animal kingdom, with an average lifespan of 140 years.
This is some nice chocolate in bars, and we're just gonna
Cocoa.
go in pretty large chunks.
So we're gonna pile up some dark chocolate and chop it into big chunks.
Bruh.
After about 30 minutes to an hour in the freezer, make sure when you do this, you don't have any neighbors and it's not 2 a.m.
Why?
You ever bought Reese's while eating Reese's?
It's 2 a.m., but I don't really like my neighbors, so...
Give him break. That's the most awkward
yeah.
dancing ever.
I can't rap. Woo.
Thank God he didn't start. I'm already
God.
cringed out. What kind
Yeah.
of idiot raps when he cooks? 2 trailer park girls go around the outside.
Get in there with your hands. I'm trying to make sure the chocolate and the toffee are both evenly distributed.
Some of these objects look pretty sharp, so I'm not gonna use my hands. We're just roughly
They look
folding them
pretty
in
sharp,
until
I'm
they're
dead.
evenly distributed.
Generous amount, almost the size of a tennis ball, but you're gonna spend 2 days. Might as well make it a little bit bigger.
Well, I spent 23 years trying to make them a little bit bigger. It doesn't work like that. Once all our dough is shaped perfectly, we'll align them evenly on a sheet tray.
This recipe specifically requires it to rest for 36 hours.
So why does resting make them taste better?
Well, I actually worked at a bakery before. The reason why they were so good was because the owner always rested it for at least 36 hours.
So I just realized I worked at a bakery before. It's the baking equivalent of Trust Me Bro, aka the most credible source of information. So we're taking the matter into our own hands. I'll put these in the fridge and rest it for 36 hours, and we'll bake this one right away. We'll taste
Isn't that
both
3
and see
days?
if there's really a difference.
Isn't that 3 days instead of 2? Hold
Just
on.
in case you
No,
can't
I'm
tell,
done.
this is
It's
not a
like
portrait of my face,
1
even
and
though it's in
something.
the same shape. We baked it at 375 for 18 minutes, and it
Damn.
seems like the cookie lost all of its gooiness and became
Yeah.
sort of like a flatbread. Overall, it tastes pretty bland and untextured. It's supposed to be a chocolate chip cookie, but somehow it tastes like a sugar cookie. We'll wait for 36 hours and
I'm
bake
guessing
them again.
36 hours
Okay,
was the
so
key.
these have been in for pretty much 2 days now.
After 2 days, they visibly got a little darker, so we're gonna pick the prettiest one, roughly shape it again into a ball, and then bake it at 325 for 18 minutes. I ended up baking 2, and this is how they turned out. It doesn't
actually
really
look-
look like the original ones
Oh.
from the video.
They
What a
look good
2-day
though.
cookie looks
Yeah,
like.
those
straight
look
from
way
the
different.
oven.
Once again, my cookies are on the flat side, and there's not much texture on the surface area. It almost looks as if they're undercooked in the center, but I think aging it in the fridge for 2 days helped this stay a lot thicker than when we baked it right away.
To really take these to the next level, we're gonna use some flaky finishing sea salt.
I couldn't find it in my grocery store, so I'm gonna skip on the pretentious, flaky sea salt.
Okay, so vanilla milk, it's just a splash of vanilla.
So he's serving the cookies with vanilla milk. I'm gonna make my own version, starting with some ice
Just some good old-fashioned milk.
and a teaspoon of instant espresso.
And just to top it off, a splash of heavy cream.
And we top our vanilla milk off with some water. Cheers.
And there you have it, a 2-day brown butter toffee chocolate chip cookie with flaky sea salt served with vanilla milk.
So here we have it, a 2-day chocolate chip cookie with vanilla milk. 90% of the 2-day cooking time is just aging in the fridge. With the same logic, I can make the claim that all my radioactive chicken dishes took more than a week to make. Well, I think this cookie is looking pretty good, but I wonder what you guys think on Instagram.
Some of the Titanic. Find the video. Subway cookie. Is that your shit? Is that a fossil dog?
Alright, I'm gonna stack up 2 cookies and split them in half. Be prepared to feel some type of way.
You look like you're struggling. Actually, that center doesn't look bad. I don't like chocolate chip cookies, by the way, but that center doesn't look bad.
I would totally just take a big bite like this, but for our video, let's taste it properly and rate it 1 through 10.
Where'd he go? Is he getting...
The cookie is very gooey and you can see the melted toffee in the middle. Okay, as I'm editing this, I realized there's a fly in my house. Look.
Almost landed on the cookie.
Let me know in the comments how to get rid of bugs in an apartment. Or chase the cookie down with some vanilla milk. It truly is an extraordinary experience. The cookie's perfectly cooked, crunchy on the outside and gooey on the inside. The chocolate is nice and melted, and occasionally you get a little bit of crunchy texture from the unmelted toffee. This is really the best of all worlds. The chocolate adds a lot of that dark richness, and then the toffee provides that caramel butteriness, and is all enclosed by the cookie dough, which has a hint of coffee to cut through the fat and the sugariness. So overall, I'll give this recipe a 9.1 out of 10. I recommend all of you to try it at home. Thank you for 200,000 subscribers. It means a lot to me. I'm extremely excited about the growth of our community, and I can't wait to share more recipes with you. Alright, thank you.
Bubba's going crazy. How long ago was this? Oh, this was the newest one. I didn't even know. Yeah, I'm gonna subscribe to him on my other channel, and then we're gonna watch some more of him because I actually like him, bro. Funny. But yeah, like, subscribe. See you guys later. Hope you have a good day or night, and bye.